Hey there, it's your boy Foxy, back for more relationship stories. Update: I am leaving my fiancé of 8 years. Original post. For some quick background information, me, 28 male, and her, 28 female, have known each other since we were 13. We were best friends for years and we both dated during these times of being friends. I had girlfriends and she had boyfriends, but we were always close. Honestly, I think a lot of prior relationships failed because our partners couldn't handle the fact that our best friend was of the opposite gender. Anyway, after years of being best friends, we got drunk one evening while being home for college and slept together. It was the best I've ever had, and she says the same. After that, we joked about being friends with benefits. We did for a couple months, but our emotions started to really grow for each other, and we both admitted to always having a crush on each other. Everyone said we did anyway. So we started dating. We had what many would consider the perfect relationship. No real issues, and our arguments were few and far between, not to mention usually petty. A year ago, I proposed and she said yes, and we planned our wedding for the fall. So here we are. Anyway, we had our bachelorette parties about a month ago, and we told each other what we were going to do. Me and my buddies were going to the amusement park during the day, not going to say which one. Then go out drinking and riding four-wheelers and gators on trails. We only had a couple to be safe. We were by no means drunk. Then after that was done for the evening, we were going to go back to my place and barbecue, play board and card games and video games, and get smashed lol. My soon-to-be ex-fiancé plan was to go to the spa in the morning, go to the winery for the day and then go back to their hotel for the evening, and order in room service and play games, I don't know what. We both insisted on no strippers. I for one do not really care, as I am a confident man, and am confident in my package. My soon-to-be ex, however, didn't want me seeing other women naked. I said I had no issue with that, as strip clubs or strippers aren't really my thing, and same for her. I have nothing against people in the field, just not for me. Anyway, our nights go without any problems, and then she comes about a day later. Everything seemed normal, and we have continued to finish up the wedding. We are getting married in October, so it is coming up. Well anyway, over the weekend, took me some time to process. My buddy calls me and asked me to come over to help him with something. No problem. Anyway, I get there, and we work on the little project he needed help on. Only took about an hour. I said to my buddy, I think you could have done that on your own, dude, as a joke. He says, yeah, but this isn't really the reason I had you come over. I asked him, then what am I here for? He takes me into his home, where his wife, a good friend of my soon-to-be ex, is sitting at the table crying. I asked, dude, is she okay? He says, yeah, but she has something to tell you. His wife just says, I am so sorry. She goes on to tell me that the day of their party, they went to the spa and the winery, but they made a detour on the way back to the hotel. They went to a strip club. Apparently, a girl from college my soon-to-be ex is good friends with, who for which I have never cared for, had been wanting to go to the club. She had been telling my soon-to-be ex that she really wanted to go, and the others all day. My soon-to-be ex and my buddy's wife were like no, but all the other girls were insistent. Anyway, they apparently get my soon-to-be ex really drunk at the winery, and she says verbatim, screw it, let's go to the club and see some hot guys. My buddy's wife goes, but mainly to make sure my soon-to-be ex doesn't do anything too stupid. They get to the club, and they do the normal strip club stuff, throw money at guys and drink. Well, her friend from college whips out a hat and some furry-looking thing, and says, we have a soon-to-be wife here, she needs one last good night of fun. She then proceeds to get some stripper over there, and is throwing money at the guy to give my soon-to-be ex a lap dance. Like I said, it is whatever, but I do not like the lying. I said, even though I am not happy about the lying, that really doesn't bother me. My buddy says, tell him the rest. She goes on to say that he took my wife into the back room for a private dance for all the girls. Anyway, my buddy's wife declines and goes back to the car. But after about 10 minutes, she goes back in to see what is going on, and see my soon-to-be ex blowing the stripper to completion, with her friends cheering her on. Now, I swear this isn't some BS crap made up, like the stuff you see on adult sites, where the stars are taken women. My soon-to-be ex literally blew a stripper. My buddy's wife took pics and a video to cover herself. When this eventually came out, no one has a clue. I asked her to send them to me, and she did. I told them thank you and left. I called my brother, because he was the only person I could think to call in that moment. I knew my brother did some bouncing when he was younger, but I didn't know he worked at strip clubs. And he said that was all too common. He said male strippers are actually encouraged to have the female visitors touch them, as they will stay longer and spend more money. He said, I don't like to think about how many men are raising some stripper's kid. This was a few days ago, and I have been trying to act normal around my soon-to-be ex. She has no clue what is going on, but I think she is beginning to suspect some things. We both have very high libido and do it almost every day, and we are both very affectionate. I haven't showed my soon-to-be ex any affection or done it with her. I told her I have just been busy with work, the wedding, and not feeling the best. Although, she has been asking if everything's okay, and do we need to talk about something. I have just blown it off as my mind just has a lot going on. Anyway, I have already made my decision to leave her. I just need some advice on what to do next. The house we live in is mine, and she is not on anything. We have separate bank accounts and have no kids. I just need some advice on canceling everything, letting people know, and basically kicking her out the best way with the least confrontation. I want nothing to do with her after this, and for me to move on. Plus, for those that I am sure will see it as one drunken mistake, shut the hell up. Alcohol does not make you do things without your control, it makes your impulses stronger. Hence the saying, sober thoughts are drunk actions. Plus, now I wonder if she has done this before and I just don't know. I have no trust in her and never will again. I have now lost my best friend and soon-to-be wife. Thank you to any and all for any helpful advice you can give. Now for the top advice before reading the updates. Dude, run. So she has a high drive. Cool, but to blow a stripper to completion with her friends watching cheering her on. And you have pics and video. Dude, what kind of hillbilly garbage is this? I do not know her, but I have zero respect for her. Her friends cheering her on. Wow, nice friends. Run, run, run. This is not on you, and I am sorry, but cancel all of it and tell her to walk. She is bad news. God, just gross man. I don't know about hillbilly trash, but I never expected this out of her. Hurts too, as I was friends with some of these girls in school since we were kids. I just need to figure out the best exit with the least confrontation. I know if she cries in front of me I may break. I can't and won't, but it will be hard for me. I am sorry. Sure, she will cry and beg, dude. But if she is really that idiotic to think one of her friends who was there cheering her on would not spill the beans at some point, and you would not find out. Well, and she is acting okay around you like no big deal. Man, she is cold-hearted. Sorry, dude, she is trashy. She has probably cheated on you in the past due to this type of craziness. Sure, you take her back, but would you ever kiss her again? The dude finished in her mouth. I don't care how long you have known her. Unacceptable. You will never ever get over this. Better it happened before you were married. So I am harsh, but what an act of betrayal, man. So sorry. That is what has me wondering, but it really doesn't matter at this point. No, I could never kiss her. Even though it doesn't matter, he didn't finish in her mouth, but that is just playing semantics. Yeah, I'm done. Just sucks because I have had her in my life longer than I haven't. What makes my mind go crazy is that my buddy's wife went home after that. Even so, she doesn't even know what happened after. But it really doesn't matter. Damn man, what the hell? I feel for you, my guy. But I think you're making the right move by dropping her. She didn't want you to have strippers, and you respected that, but she goes and does what she does. Screw that. Keep us updated on what happens. Stay strong, my brother. Yeah, she just came down to tell me she is going to see that one friend over the weekend, so who knows what she is doing now. Going to take this as my chance. Yup, put her stuff out. Let her parents know and then change the locks. Maybe give yourself a weekend trip too with the fellas. And let her sweat buckets. That was really hard for me to read, man. Damn. Sorry for the difficult read. Just glad she is leaving. Probably going to move her stuff together on Friday. Have my brother send out the message and tell her dad to come get her things Saturday. Then have myself a good long cry and just to pick up my life from there. Edit. Soon-to-be ex just came down to give me a kiss goodnight. No, I didn't kiss her, said I'm getting sick. And to tell me that she is going to see that one friend Friday and Saturday and will be back Sunday morning. Probably going to take this opportunity to get her things packed, change the locks, and cancel everything. Then have my brother call or message everyone the wedding is off. Will be funny when her friend gets the message while she is with her. Thank you to everyone for the kind words and advice. Edit 2. She was definitely drunk. However, high-fiving the one friend after she was done kind of takes away the whole accident. Really didn't think I would have to share that part. Now for the first update. Hey everyone, just want to say thanks for all the good advice and nice comments that 99% of you made. There are a few things I need to clarify though. 1. Yes, my soon-to-be ex was drunk, but had enough sense to high-five her one friend after finishing. 2. In the video, the stripper is not forcing her, but she actually stops and then keeps going after. 3. I thought all clubs were both male and female, and just varied on night. 4. Buddy's friend did not plan to blackmail my soon-to-be ex. She took the video, which was only like 18 seconds, and few pics. She knew this would come out eventually and wanted to cover her behind with her husband. She saw that and then ran. She didn't know any of the other girls and was so surprised by what she saw, so she bolted out of fear. 5. I am not mad at my ex, just disappointed. And to those who say I can salvage this, she threw that away when she kept lying about it by not telling me. 6. Also, no, her friends did not ruin a perfect relationship. She did. I don't believe the girls wanted us to end. They are all single women in their late 20s, for which many think that casual hookups are fine. I have no issues with people who do it, it is just not for me. I think some people on here just think that every person has some malicious intent, and that the accused is just a victim of circumstance. People do messed up things sometimes of their own free will. 7. I have no intentions of blackmailing her or tell people the info, unless she wants to get nasty. 8. Lastly, no, I don't hate women. I actually defended many women from some jerks on the thread. These are few bad people. Not women, people. Now for a quick boring update. Anyway, I stayed up late on Reddit and went to sleep on the couch, for which I have for the past week. She got up to go to work, I took off today, and woke me up to give me a hug and a kiss goodbye. In my stupor, I said love you too, and gave her a kiss. Muscle memory is a thing, it seems. Although, I noticed no feeling with the kiss like I am used to. After that, I went back to sleep and woke up at 9. I got some breakfast, took a shower, and started packing her stuff up. To those who said I seemed odd that I'm emotionless, well, I cried a lot today. I have been in damage control and packing her stuff, and seeing memories of us made me just break. I have been blaring music that keeps my mind occupied. My poor neighbors probably know my favorite music as much as I do now. In the afternoon, I get a call from my buddy. Turns out my soon-to-be ex took a half day and went to their house to talk to her friend. Turns out, she is having an emotional breakdown. I am not going to get into all the details, but to hit the major points. 1. She's worried about me. 2. She knows I am not sick. She knows when I am sick and knows I am not. 3. She thinks I am getting cold feet about the wedding and is scared. 4. She is extremely worried that I won't sleep with her or kiss her at all. In her own words, I usually can't keep him off me, which is true, but recently he won't even touch me, not even a hug. 5. She is wondering what is wrong and if my depression has come back worse. There is more, but that was the major point. She has no clue, my buddy's wife told me, thankfully. Then later this evening, actually just a little bit ago, she calls me to say she made it to her friend's place. The conversation was brief, but I could tell she was upset. To be honest, it hurt me to hear her like this, and I wanted to hold her, but I need to do what is right for me. You know that sound, like someone is holding back tears. That was her. She asked how I was feeling, and I said better. Then we talked about the wedding and everything, and just some other BS about work. She then says, love you, and I say okay, and say that I have food to finish, and don't want it to get burned. She says okay, and I tell her to be safe and have fun. She says she will, and that she loves me again, and I said bye, and she said bye. That is it. I know this is pretty boring, but that is what happened today. I will probably keep updating if I feel I need to for mental reasons. If not, thank you all for the help and advice. Edit. Many of you seem to think that she may have been so drunk that she may not remember. I am going to call my buddy's wife and ask her how drunk she actually was. Edit 2. Just got off the phone with my buddy's wife. She said that my ex was not sloshed or completely drunk when they left the winery, but was buzzed. She said that surprised her, that she said, let's go to the strip club. She said they kept drinking on the way there and drank a lot more at the club. She says she was definitely wasted, but not blackout drunk during the lap dance. I then asked her about possible drugging, as someone said. She said that she didn't see anything. Edit 3. Sorry for this, but I just miss my fiancée so much. I just wish she would have told me and we could have worked on it. I wish she would have told me and been remorseful. I just want my life back the way it was 2 weeks ago. I just want my fiancée home with me and for things to go back to normal. I'm about to call her and confront her. I just can't contain my emotions anymore. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help it. It is killing me not knowing. In my opinion, there's no going back. She can sense something is wrong, but she still leaves to spend time with that friend and doesn't confess. Sorry OP, but this is so heartbreaking. I think she's trying to see if anyone said anything, or if anyone has photos or something. Thank you. That makes everything worse. Instead of the truth, she's preparing a story or excuses if confronted. I am just guessing. For all I know, that could not be the reason. I am sure I will find out soon. You're probably right though. She didn't tell you she was going to take a half day at work to talk to the wife of your friend. So it does sound like she's fishing for information. She's feeling guilty and is really worried that you found out about her cheating, rightfully so. That is my guess. Also, wondering if she may be going to have another night of fun since we haven't been intimate for over a week now. Dude, my heart is absolutely broken for you. So sorry you have to go through this. Thank you for updating us. Please take care of your mental health during this. Good luck through this process. This weekend won't be easy. Let yourself cry and feel what you need to feel. Time will be healing through this process. Now for the second update. Thank you to all who have been so nice to me and helpful. More than likely, I will not update any longer and more than likely delete this account forever and stay away from here after this. Anyway, I called her. Took about 5 times before she answered. When she did, she asked if I was okay. Like an angry idiot, I basically just said that I'm just freaking peachy. What about you? Who are you banging now? She was confused. To which I stated I know about the stripper and I know about what she did and to just come clean. She burst into tears and says she knew I knew. I'm still crying because I can't believe she knew and didn't tell me. She said that yes, they went to the strip club and she got a dance. I said you got more than that. She admitted to what she did and said that she was really drunk and made a horrible mistake, but didn't know how to tell me. I was like, a mistake to let some dude finish on you and then celebrate with your friends. That sounds like a freaking celebration. I busted into tears about how we have been friends since we were kids, how she was the only woman I truly loved, and how I only wanted her and nothing more. She said, you are the best partner anyone could have, and that she is so sorry and want to fix it. I told her if she had told me from the beginning and showed remorse, but you didn't. I then asked, why are you at her house? She said that this had been planned for a while now. I was like, how come I didn't know? She put it on the calendar on the fridge, but I must have not seen. This was true, she did. I said, are you sure you aren't there banging anyone? She said no, really loud, and then I was like, how about before? How many times you cheated on me? She says this was the only one time she ever did that, and would never do it again. I went, how would you feel if got an oral by some random girl? Would you be okay with that? She was like, I could forgive it if you told me. I said, let's do it the other way. I ate some girl out, I had her stuff all over my face and mouth, and she finished on top of me. Then I came home and kissed you with that mouth. You'd forgive that? She said I don't know. Just kept saying she is sorry, wanted to work on it. I told her that things are getting cancelled tomorrow, and the wedding is over. Your stuff will be out of my house, and if you fight me on anything, I will release it to everyone. She kept saying to just listen. I said fine, what? She says she was really drunk and that is no excuse. That I was the greatest guy in the world and we are meant to be together. That if it would help that I sleep with any girl I wanted and she would let me. I said, I don't want any girl, I want you. I just wanted to marry the love of my life and be happy. You ruined that. I said screw your friend, screw you, and screw our life. She begged me to stop talking like that and she was getting scared of what I might do to myself. I said, you only care now because you don't have some strange junk in your mouth. What was it? He hotter than me, bigger than me, more abs, taller. What was it? She said neither. I am much hotter, she said, and bigger and better in every way. I said, so that is great to know. You messed it up for less than what you had. I said, oh, he doesn't wear makeup and nail polish, and probably some jack-off who puts himself in debt for stupid shoes or shirts, and some car he can't afford. She said I know that she loved I did those things, and thought it was attractive. Not likely, I said. None of your exes would do that. I guess I am just some sucker that thought some beautiful, kind, caring woman actually loved me. I am getting off and going to bed, and will have everything for you tomorrow. Have your dad get your things. She said, I'm coming home right now, and we are going to fix this and get things to the way they were. I just hung up. So yeah, I'm going to bed and hopefully don't have hangover in the morning. Thanks guys, bye. Now for the last update. Hello everyone, I am sorry for my actions last night. They were completely and entirely uncalled for. Even though I do not disagree with some of the things I said on the last post, they still weren't right. I would like to apologize for anything I may have said to those people. Even though I may not disagree, it was not right, and I am sorry. Also, any people who may have got into a textual altercation with anybody over the last few days, please message them and apologize. This is not why I came here. I came here for some honest advice and a smack in the face for what I need to do. So, please apologize to each other. I can't make you, but I implore you to do so. Thank you. Also, to clarify a couple things for some people. I never intended on sending the video or pictures of her actions to anyone. I am currently going to tell people we had a change of heart and are separating. I said that unless she badmouths me or tries to fight me on anything concerning my home or money, that I will not tell people of her actions. We don't live in a really small community or large community, but small enough to where if what she did got out, she would more than likely be released from her job and her career go under. I don't want to do it, but will if my hand is forced. Once everything is settled, the video and pictures will be deleted. Also, still don't know how this one is getting confused, but that one friend or her did not video the incident with the stripper. My buddy's wife did, when she came back in to see what was taking so long. When I mean cover her behind with her husband, she means that she knew this would eventually come out. So, when it did, her husband would be curious if she did anything like that as well. She wanted to show her husband that it was only my ex and that she ran out afterwards and went home. She couldn't hold it in any longer and knew the longer she kept it from her husband and I makes her just as bad as them. As the other few girls were single, it wouldn't matter for them. Lastly, only the one friend has called me and I have blocked the other girls' numbers. To clarify, she called me a fag for my style choices. Said she wanted my ex to suck the strippers to see what a real man is like. Then she was going to take her out today and get her in bed with another guy to convince her to leave me. Well, she got her wish. I proceeded to say, well, we know why no man will ever want to be with you and just uses you for hookups. To clarify, she really wants to be a wife and a mom based on what my ex has told me. Then I hung up. For the update, I called my buddy after I got off here and told him everything. He called me an idiot and showed up shortly. I fell asleep and don't know much after. According to him, early this morning my ex showed up trying to get into my house and he told her to leave. He said he doesn't want to see you and you need to go back to your mom and dad's tonight. According to him, she listened, go into the car, and went to her parents. I eventually woke up late this morning to a message on my phone from her father. For anyone wondering, her father was married before. They got married very young and she cheated on him. He divorced with no kids or anything, so it was a clean break. Anyway, his message was very brief and to the point. All he said was that, I am sorry for my daughter's actions. I didn't raise her that way. I will respect any decision you decide to do. What time would you like us to come get her things? I give my ex the benefit that she at least told them the truth. I texted him the time to come and that everything was already packed and just needed to go and he just responded okay. Thankfully, I don't have a hangover and feel fine. I got cleaned up and have eaten breakfast. As me and my buddy finished everything, him, his wife, and my ex showed up. His wife and him walked up while she stayed in the car and refused to look at me. Her dad asked where the stuff was and I pointed and he began packing. Her mother asked if we could talk. I had calmed down, and since she was always good to me, I said okay. She apologized for what her daughter did and gave me a hug and kiss on the cheek. She used to do this when we were younger too, as she always really liked me. She began to cry, and so did I. She said, it is up to you what you want to do from here. I just want you to know she loves you so much and will do anything to fix this and regrets it with her life. However, what she did can be seen as unforgivable, and I understand if it is. She then told me to stay safe and that I am a good man who didn't deserve this and gave me another hug and a kiss. They finished packing and were about to go when I noticed my ex began to have a crying fit. Her parents calmed her down and she got out of the car and came up to me. She asked if we could talk alone. I told her I will be videoing it for my own safety and she said that was fine. We came in and sat down and she started crying and I did too. She said she was so sorry and that she will do anything if I would just forgive her. I said I can't do that. I was like, if you had told me right after and was remorseful, we could have worked on it, but you kept it from me and continued to hide it. She said she knows and has regretted it since that night. I mentioned the high five and she said my friends were cheering me on and I got caught up in the moment. As soon as I realized what I had done, I immediately shut down. You can ask anyone there. I quit drinking when we left the strip club. I got a shower and went to bed. They wanted to go to more bars and hang out with guys and play games and everything else, but I just wanted to forget that evening ever had happened. I hoped that I would forget and you would never find out. But you are right, I should have told you. She asked if there anything she could do, and I said no. I asked her, have you ever cheated on me before? We are already done, so it doesn't matter now. She swears that she has never cheated on me before and that this was the one and only time. I may be an idiot, but I do believe her. I mentioned her friend and what she had said about me and how she wanted her to do that with the stripper and get her laid today. She said that when she left, it woke her up and asked why she was leaving. She told her and she said, who cares? We will go find you a real man. She said, he is a real man that loves me for me and I have messed everything up. She then told her I was not a man and not a real man BS, and she told her to F off and to never call her again. She said, you liked when I got that stripper to let you give an oral. She was like, you wanted that. Yeah, and I wanted to get you laid this evening. Forget him. You need a guy who doesn't wear makeup and paint his nails and stays at home for work. I guess because I don't work with my hands, I am not a real man. My fiancé basically said that I love those things about him and he has an amazing career and is better than all those guys. then told her to never call her again and to leave her alone. She then asked, is there any chance of us rekindling in the future? I told her I can't predict the future, but I wouldn't bet your life on it. She gave me the biggest hug, and I would be lying if I didn't want to hug her back and say it is okay, let's get married. But I didn't. She gave me a kiss, and then the worst part, I asked for the ring back. She begged and pleaded one more time with me, but I said, please, just give me the ring back. She took it off and handed it to me. I then told her I won't be releasing the video or pictures that I have of you. As long as you don't do anything that would negatively affect me, I am just going to tell people we had a change of heart. She told me thank you for being kind to me. Then went on about how I am the sweetest guy ever and how she messed up everything and is so sorry. She then said she would never talk ill of me, and even if she did, no one would believe her, as a joke. She then went, where did you get the evidence? I said it doesn't matter. She said, you're right, it doesn't. I told her goodbye and she said bye to me. She turned around one last time and said, please, I'll do anything. I said no, you should have told me. She tried to give me one more hug and a kiss, but put my hand and said, please just go. They left, and that is it. I have already canceled everything, and my buddy and brother are notifying everyone of the canceled wedding. Thanks to everyone. To be honest, this will probably get deleted once I get some normalcy back, and we'll delete it so that I will never see this again. But thank you to everyone. Also, please be kind to each other. This name-calling and battling out one another is not worth it and makes us less human. Please be kind and apologize to each other. I didn't want this to become a pick-a-side situation. I wanted this to be advice and help. But again, thank you to all. Reading this made me so sad. Sounds like they truly had such a beautiful friendship and relationship before. Cheating is so weird, throwing all that away for one act. Absolutely crazy. And you're not even getting anything out of it, lol. That's what I was thinking too, haha. Giving a strange man that isn't what I'd consider as particularly nice. But I guess being in a situation where everybody hypes you up and cheers on you while you are super drunk feels good. It was brought up in the comments to the original, but the friend's actions, all of them are really suspicious. The one crappy friend admits to trying to break them up, then the other friend just so happens to take pictures for her protection. Sounds like they all work together to get the girlfriend in a compromising position. What vile people. This reminds me of another post where a guy's friends took him out for a bachelor party, got him blackout drunk, and let some woman go down on him. Fortunately, he told his fiancée after Reddit advice, and his fiancée believed him.